What it do, what it do. It is your boy, Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes. And who am I with, as always? Joseph Huggins, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod. Episode 97. Are y'all waiting? Motherfucker. What's going on, Joseph?
Not much, man. Same old shit. Been busy. Busy. Work, busy, work. But it's been nice. And besides almost melting in the Texas sun every day, it's not too bad. I've dealt with worse.
Well, I thought it hasn't been worse. It's like so.
Well, that's what they say, but I feel like it's been worse. Or it's just like where I'm just, it affects me. But I've been slowly getting, just every year it's just like they're turning it up a notch, and I'm ready,
Oh, you're acclimating?
Yeah, I think I'm acclimated. If you look up acclimated, I'm acclimated.
But are you the frog? Are you the frog just boiling in the water?
No, but I gotta wear a lot of black and stuff for work, and that sucks. So, it's hot. I'm not going to lie. It's fucking hot. But it reaches a certain level where it's past being like, oh, it's hotter than yesterday. It's like it was 106 yesterday. It's 108 today. Don't tell me you can tell the difference. Once you get past like 102, 103, it's just a blur,
Like to cool off, do you go down to the Rio Grande and then like swim to go touch those like barriers that
yeah,
you
I was
guys
going to
set
say I
up?
would, but I might get stuck in Greg Abbott's fucking noodling traps or whatever the fuck it is. I think he's getting sued for that, which, sounds about right.
Yes. Do you think that'll be a TikTok challenge? Like swim out to the barriers?
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised.
I could see it. We could start it right now.
No, I don't want to take any responsibility for that, so absolutely not. But, people are going to definitely be doing stupid shit. It's a bad
That's what people do.
It's a bad idea to begin with. They're like, we're going to build a bigger wall, and then people started making videos of them climbing walls. And it's like, that was a stupid-ass wall, too. So, I don't know.
It's a stupid-ass wall, dog.
But besides, the melting Texas sun, I'm doing good, man.
Well, you know what I just heard?
Vibing.
What?
No, I just said I'm just vibing. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, you froze a little bit there.
No,
Okay.
I think I just stopped in time for a second.
Ooh, glitch in the matrix. Okay, well, as we do, we start with therapy questions. Therapy question number 1. These are not presented by ChatGPT. These are human questions. Question number 1. In those first few seconds, are you hoping it's Ice Ice Baby or Under Pressure?
Ice Ice Baby.
So when that song comes on, because it's like the exact same, we all know what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're hoping it's Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's the rip-off, the one, he got sued for ripping off their beat. Yeah, because I don't think you hear that as much anymore.
That's true.
And Under Pressure is just such like a big dramatic song, and it's good. But I'm like, I've heard that more than I've heard Ice Ice Baby at this point. Like I got Milli Vanilli on the playlist. Why? Because it doesn't get played enough anymore. I don't care who sang it. It's a good song.
Well, are you hoping that the Ninja Turtles bust out like with Vanilla Ice?
Maybe
when you're listening.
Or they had one
Little
song.
Little Go Ninja.
There's a better one, Turtle Power. They had a song, Turtle
Power. Turtles on the Half Show.
No, not the theme song. There's a rap song. I think it's to maybe the second one. But it's absurd, and it's like a full blown, and they're like TURTLE power, and it's like it's got bars in it, dude. I'm not even kidding you. You're like, this. Who is this guy that they found to do the song? He's got a ridiculous voice. It's incredible.
Okay, I guess Ice Ice Baby. It also kind of depends where you're at, but I hear what you're saying. That maybe 10 years ago, maybe Under Pressure, but now, like Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie came out. Queen's a little bit overplayed. Vanilla Ice a little bit underplayed.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. Therapy question number 2. If you had to get a tattoo right now, gun to your fucking head, what would it be and where on your body?
If I gun to my head, good lord. Probably like a carousel of unicorns, and I'd get it right on the top of my lower back, probably. Or I would get
Seriously.
a phoenix. It'd be like burning ash with a phoenix flying out, and then it would be holding the Liberty Bell in its talons, and they'd be flying into a black hole with a banner that says Margaritaville 94.
Fun fact: Oppenheimer discovered black holes.
That's what I'm vibing with. Is
That's what you're vibing with.
yeah, that's a
Uh,
I get
why
a
the
tramp stamp. I'm just kidding. No, I'd probably
other
get something.
tramp?
I'd probably get some crazy elephant thing on my arm if I had to get something, or I'd get this Oscar the Grouch tattoo I've been wanting for a really long time. It's just this page from a coloring book. It's really funny. I think it'd be great. I think
Where are
it'd
you
be
getting
fun.
it though?
I'd probably get it on like my thigh, something like that, somewhere.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Oscar the Grouch on the thigh, like thigh
Yeah.
size. Oscar the Grouch. How big
No.
are we talking?
Well, big as my hand, maybe a little bit bigger. It's just a coloring book page, but it's got him holding this sign.
On the chicken thighs.
Well, I ain't chicken thighs no more. No, yeah, yeah, on the front of my thigh, yeah, somewhere because I wouldn't want it necessarily to be something that's like, oh, here's my Oscar the Grouch tattoo. I'd probably do it somewhere on my leg.
I know, but I'm just thinking of like you take your pants off, like you're getting busy. Chick
Uh,
just is
Oscar,
like, oh, Oscar the
Oscar the
Grouch.
Grouch, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Was not factored in. Was not on my bingo card.
true, but you know,
Could throw somebody off.
when tastefully done,
I
it
mean,
could
he
be.
lives in a fucking trash can, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It's a whole state of mind. He's like a grumpy ass curmudgeon man who lives in a trash can. And the well, and it's cool because also one of my favorite hip hop artists is the Grouch. Shout out Grouch. But I
Shout
wouldn't.
out.
But
Eli, shout out.
so there's
Living
a
legend, shout out.
so there's a page from this like coloring book that's got this Oscar the Grouch, and it's just all black lines, but he's holding a sign, and the sign says like "I heart trash" or something. But you could get it with the sign blank, and I'd do something that maybe I do like a Grouch like song title or something like that. You know, like a music tattoo, but have it be like a double like an Oscar the Grouch tattoo, something like that, maybe to that effect.
Okay.
No, it sounds crazy. I've thought about it before, but I've never done it. So that tells you my commitment
Obviously,
to
you've never done it. Otherwise, you
yeah,
haven't.
otherwise I'd have it. So there you go.
That's how that tattoos work. I'd get one of Little Weta, my dog, and then it'd be on my right forearm, because I already got one of Dylan, my other dog, on my left.
Yeah, so you'd pup it up.
Get on my left, Dylan, because I know you ain't right. Pimp juice.
No, you'd have to do something. You got to think outside the box, man. You got to do like a scene
I'll just
from
do
like a
that.
scene from Homeward Bound, and it's got both your dogs in it with
Okay.
room where you could add it. Like if you get like a cat or something, you could add
Nah,
more.
not happening. No, no.
Cats are tight, man. Cats are cool as
Nah.
fuck. Yeah, nah. A cool outdoors cat, like neighborhood cat. They're badass. They're like killing machines. They're like people.
Okay, well, yeah, good
Cats
for
are
them.
just like cats are just like people. Dogs love you unconditionally, and it's
No,
great. No,
no,
yeah, more so than a dog is for sure.
maybe. Cats are like asshole people, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. They're more of a dick. They know what they're doing. They're dicks. People are dicks.
Yeah,
Dogs love you unconditionally, and they're like they don't care. That's what makes them great. That's why they're
right.
man's best friend. They just love you unconditionally and will do anything for you. But
Yeah,
cat,
they
cat
sit
don't give
right
two
on the ass
fucks.
of Buddha.
Yeah, cats don't give a fuck, dude. You could die, and your cat would be like, "Oh well,
Yeah, fuck a cat.
I'm sleeping on the couch now, Cindy. Get the fuck out of here." Like, right? Like, cat don't give
Yeah,
two shits.
fuck a pussy cat.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, therapy question number 3. Joseph, would you have sex with a dragon?
See, I was thinking about this. I mean, depends. What what is this dragon like? Is it like a Maleficent giant?
It,
Like it's
it
like
could be the dragon. It could
It's
be the dragon of your
Maleficent.
fantasies. Of your
It's like
fantasies, bro.
Maleficent, and then like just turns into the dragon, doesn't turn back. Because then
Is
you'd be
that how
like,
you?
hey, that's like Angelina Jolie just as a dragon,
No, it's got to be like dragon.
like
It's
Smog from Lord of the Rings or something.
it's just always a dragon. It's not like a shape shifting dragon.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying she gets in dragon form. At least I'd know that you'd be in dragon form. You'd be like, hey, that's actually like Maleficent, this like
Just answer the question: would you
fairy
fuck
chick.
a dragon?
Gun to my head, maybe. It depends. I don't know.
I think you like. I think like. Are you saying like that you would do it only if there was a gun to your head because you like that kind of kinky like gun to
No, if
the
I
head?
had to
You're
fuck a
fucking a
dragon, if
dragon.
I
You
had to
could
fuck a
die.
dragon to save my
It just makes
life,
it like it makes it hotter
if it
with the
was to
gun.
save my life, I'd do it.
Dude, you little pervert.
I mean, I guess it's either that or I
You just
might
wanted
not.
to bring the
Or if
gun
it's a
back.
dragon, like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm gonna eat you and burn you alive, then you have no
No, no,
choice.
no. This was consensual.
Oh, then probably not. I don't think I can get seduced by a dragon. I'd probably be scared shitless. If you walked up on a dragon and
Okay,
the
well, it
dragon's
was
like,
always
hey,
consensual. You always had to choose.
no,
Yeah.
probably not then. I'd have to be like in peril, in danger. Like, the only way we can get out of here is if you fuck this dragon. I'd be like, all
What?
right, I guess. Save everyone else's life,
I
sure.
think I don't know, dude. That was a quick backtrack. I'm gonna go ahead and say you've thought about fucking dragons before, and
Nah,
you
nah, nah.
definitely would. You definitely would.
Nah, I haven't thought about it. But
Mm,
if I had to,
mm,
because what type of damage are you gonna do to a dragon anyway? Dragons are fucking huge.
damage.
It's gonna literally it's literally just gonna like
You're gonna
destroy
make
you.
sweet,
You're
sweet
gonna
love to it. What do
there's
you
no
mean
way that
damage? What are
what
you
do you mean
gonna
how you
beat the
gonna make
dragon pussy up? Is that what you're saying?
yeah maybe like well if I'm if we're fucking a dragon why not? But no, what I am saying is
Wow.
there's nothing you like that's not even practical. The dragon would be like get out of here. It would probably kill you. I don't know how you're able to seduce a dragon. That's some weird shit.
I don't know, dude, but I think you
That's
would figure it out.
some like Shape of Water type shit. I'm serious.
I was
Fucking
like
this.
that was one of the first movies my dad watched after his stroke when he was still like kind of incapacitated, but alert, and
Yeah.
he loved it. He cried.
Really? Damn, dude. Thought you got that soft spot.
Oh man. Okay. So Joseph would definitely fuck a dragon.
What about you? Are you gonna
And he
fuck a dragon?
no.
I don't believe you.
That
No.
was a setup, bro. Because I just knew that I think you had these tendencies. I had to expose you.
You caught me.
Okay. Final therapy question. Therapy question number 4. If you were to receive a nude massage from a same-sex celebrity, who would you pick and why?
You can answer this one first. And I'm curious, so these aren't from ChatGPT?
No, they're not.
They're just coming up with them. If you were to receive a massage, a nude massage, what kind of a question is that? That's
It's a question.
How's
It's a
that a
question.
therapy question? Good question.
It's a great one.
These are questions that put you in therapy.
Who would it be, man? I'll go first. Jean-Claude Van Damme, because I feel like that he would like know how to
Dude,
like give you like a
dude,
legit massage.
he'd be so coked out of his mind.
Exactly.
And like just like he's short, so he'd just be like rubbing all over your sides, having a hard time to reach you on
No,
the
dude,
top
that
of the
guy's so
table.
flexible. Come
And
on,
be
come
like,
on, man. We
yeah,
can work it
or
out.
he'd
We
be
can
doing
work
a
it
lot
out.
of he'd be doing a lot of like feet stuff. He'd be doing like the splits on your back,
That'd be
all
tight.
sorts of weird shit. I don't know if that would be interesting. I think you'd walk
He like
away.
your body.
I think you'd walk away being more hurt than you'd be okay. And like
That's what
really,
I'm looking in a massage. That's what I am looking for. Is like I want to like walk away like not feel right, but like feel good like the next day.
that sounds like someone who would fuck a dragon. Um,
Yeah, right, dude. Come on, man. That's you. That's you.
celebrity. Hmm.
You're just mad because I got a good one.
No, I don't even know. I don't think that's a good one. I think that's he's insanely coked out. That would be a terrible.
Focus.
Or he'd like steal all
He'd
of
be
your
really into
shit.
it.
He'd be yeah, too
He'd,
into it, dude.
he'd, he'd steal all my shit and then help me look for it.
He'd be too. He'd be too fucking into it, man.
Like, yeah, I'll help you look for that. Meanwhile, it's like, you sold it for more coke.
So wait, am I nude or is the masseuse nude?
Both.
What? Why are we both naked in this
No, no, it's
society?
just, it's you. You are.
Oh, but I'm under a towel. All right. If I had to pick somebody, it has to be someone who's got good stories. That'd be the most awkward shit ever. Huh. Probably Arnold. You gotta get Arnold, man. He'd like break every bone in your back. You'd walk away different, and he'd be talking about all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah, that's true. He would like, yeah, that's a good one because he'd be a lot more of a
Cause you couldn't you could
calm Jean. Yeah, like he would have the same benefits that Jean-Claude Van Damme could bring as far as like knowing how your body works. But yeah, it would be much more under like it'd be much more constrained and
yeah.
normal.
It wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't be. He would tell you stories about how they used to do drugs. Like Jean Claude Van Damme would show up, probably on drugs, like at that
Would you let
moment
him
in
do a
time.
line off of your body?
Jean Claude Van Damme, if he
Yeah,
asked to do a
if you want
lineup,
to do a rail from your nipples to your belly button.
no, what the hell? I mean, he's great and hard to kill, and I wish he wasn't all and he wasn't all coked out. But dude, Jean Claude Van Damme is like nuts. He's fucking wild. Whenever he shot the movie JCVD and he played himself while directing his own movie,
Boss.
that is like the most coked out shit I've ever heard. I want to make a movie and I want to direct it and I'm gonna play myself. That's because it's not like it's what's it? It's not like it's Curb where everybody like act like plays some hyperbolic version of themselves or whatever. It's like he's like the only person. It's like this is the real world and this is me in the real world, and everyone else is like playing some role. And now I got to murder all these. It's like the stupidest shit you've ever seen. It's like that's not real life. It's like if Curb Your Enthusiasm was like an action movie. Like
Why are you hating on my boy? JCVD
he's just
for life
I guess, man. I mean, I love
on
him.
that masseuse gang.
I love him, but nah, man, I would not want to be locked alone and naked in a dark room with Jean Claude Van Damme.
Doing rails off of your body.
Yeah, no, I because Arnold would just tell crazy stories, and Arnold's, you know, it's Arnold. Be like, hey, he'd be like, don't touch me. Yeah,
It's like, oh,
yo,
that's not the point, Arnold. You're supposed to touch me. You're the masseuse.
I will break every bone in your back. He'd just like, yeah, I'm going to break your back in half. Take off your pants. Like that'd be your clothes. Give them to me. That'd be epic. You're like, oh shit.
Well, can you do a Jean Claude Van
Oh,
Damme?
I don't have a Jean. I don't know if anyone has a Jean Claude Van Damme. It's a Jean Claude Van Damme impersonation.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
have to like go
Like,
downtown and like go to some dive bar and get some shitty coke and then like stay up for 2 days and then
well,
maybe
hopefully, like he would go downtown when he was like massaging me. You know what I'm saying?
he'd work it all out, dude. He's a stretch expert, so
Yeah.
you'd walk away more limber than when you went in that room. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, some blood sport, baby.
Jeez, oh, good lord.
You could throw some of that, and I just go blind, and then you know.
You kind of delete it.
Okay, y'all, we're done with therapy questions. On to the topics. On the notes, they got a little messed up, so I didn't see what the first. What's the first?
Well, you typed over it. It's Ron DeSantis crashed his fucking car. Unhurt after a car accident in Tennessee. I also just want to talk shit about Ron DeSantis right now because he's just like hemorrhaging money, firing people like crazy, Apparently, he was cruising around on his campaign trail in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and like they wrecked his car, and a female staff member received minor injuries. But Ron DeSantis is tanking, and he's still supposedly the second leading candidate.
I know, but I told you, man. I told you. Like he does not have the juice. The meatballs are dry, homie. This guy, and yeah, he just got rid of a third of his campaign staff, and he is like literally out of all money. And then they're like, their little shakeup is what they call it. And the shakeup is let's let Ron be Ron. Well, that's the fucking problem, y'all. Like when you have to write like on your notebook, be likable when you go up and give a speech letting Ron be Ron is the fucking problem. This dude is just he's not prime time, baby. He's not prime time.
No, I don't even think it's not that he's not prime time. I think he's
Yeah, it
fucking.
is.
I think well, okay, so maybe he's not prime time. He's also extreme as fuck and an idiot.
Right. And like this whole thing, like, let's make America Florida. It's like nobody outside of Florida wants that. Like that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Is if you came and told somebody in California, hey, let's make America Florida. We'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like Florida is a laughing stock joke, like to the rest of America. Like, why would we want that?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
Florida.
no, I mean, and I've said this for a long time. Like, I think I said this back in the day, like when we were younger. I was like, dude, Florida is like one of the worst places in the entire world. It's hot, it's muggy. There's like snakes and lizards and shit that just roam around all wild. The Everglades are there, where you can just get eaten the fuck up by alligators, crocodiles, a shit with wild teeth. It's just not a good
And
place.
now there's a 6 week abortion ban, and
No,
you can't
this
say
is before
gay.
there was
And there's
any of that.
book. I know, but I'm saying now add in all the Ron DeSantis
Yeah,
shit.
it's just like, and then there's sinkholes. Like I remember there's a video of the one of the Corvette Hall of Fames, and a sinkhole opens up underneath the showroom floor on this like CCTV footage, and you watch just like 50 rare as fuck Corvettes just fall down this sinkhole and just vanish into the darkness. And it's like then there was a what? People's houses have been eaten alive by sinkholes. Florida is one of the most dangerous places that exists on the entire planet. It's essentially the Australia of the
I was just
United
saying that.
States,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
has been for a long time. And it's shaped like a dick. It's a big peninsula. Nothing good happens on big peninsulas. Everybody knows that, and it's like that's written in
And
stone.
Trump lives there.
That's like etched in the
Of course he does.
That's etched in the Sumerian tablets. Like that, you don't do that. So I'm just not. I mean, this is what I told you about Ron DeSantis. I told you I was more afraid of him than I was Donald Trump. Not that he would win, but that his policies are just like uber extreme and he's like a fucking dictator. Now Trump's talking like a dictator. He's talking more like we've heard Ron DeSantis speak when he's just like basically, oh, if you guys lock me up, that's gonna be big fucking problems. You're gonna have trouble. That'll be real dangerous. It's like,
That's
dude,
insane.
yeah,
That's insane.
him saying that is wild as fuck. But he's saying those types of things. So but DeSantis has been saying these types of things for forever. He's nuts. I mean, do you think he gets reelected as governor if he fails on his presidential attempt?
Well, because remember, didn't he get elected because he took like 1 million people off of the voter ballots? Like, it's like that's what these guys do. Is just like they'll like rig it when they're, like the
Well, they
governors. Like
have, and
same
now you
same
have.
with Governor Kemp in Georgia. Like when he was going against Stacey Abrams.
Well, yeah, they said that they had to draw up two more districts that were majority black. And
Yeah.
then in
So
Texas, they're having to draw up like potentially like six more districts that are minority based districts in the state of Texas. That if these would have existed before, they might have those districts might have like flipped. So I'm adding those seats would flip houses. So it's like it's
and then in Alabama, the Supreme Court told them that they had to do they had to redistrict it so that there was two black districts,
they said
and they
no.
and they said no to the Supreme Court. Like, what the fuck is that? They only have one, and then another one that's 40% black because they just couldn't get to the 51.
Yeah,
Ridiculous, Alabama, ridiculous.
are you surprised though? But no, I mean, so Ron DeSantis is like a fish out of water, just flopping around, about to take his last breath, or he already did. He just doesn't realize it. Firing, yeah, 2/3 of his entire staff. I don't know. I mean, do you think he even makes it to the debates? I want to see a Trump DeSantis like debate.
Debate.
Yeah, so bad. Because Trump's gonna be so high strung. He's gonna be like, I'm here between. That's why he's gonna have to go to debates because they're gonna talk about him being in an indictment and his ongoing trials and all of this shit. And he's just not gonna show up to defend himself. Trump's gonna maybe miss the first debate, maybe, and then Christie's gonna be grilling him. DeSantis is gonna be like, "Ooh, meatballs," and then next thing you know, it's then Trump. They're gonna talk shit about him. Trump's going to show up to the second debate
That's what I was
and go
thinking.
ham.
That's my prediction.
It's going to turn into a Trump town hall. It's not even going to be a debate. It's going to turn into some Trump town hall shit where he's just going to take control and be like, wait, hold on a second. Let me finish my thought. You let them speak. I need to speak. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him debate before, but I totally agree with you that if he does miss the first one, his ego just won't let him miss another one. It's gonna be weird. Like, I don't know if, like, how many people, there's a lot of people who haven't even qualified, like won't qualify for this debate. It seems like the one dude from North Dakota, he paid people to donate to his campaign. So you give you a $20 gift certificate if you like donated $1.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and so he made the debate. It's a good for him, I guess. I mean, because it's better I mean, if that was easier than spending like money on advertisement, right?
Yeah, because people aren't wanting to go up against Trump, except for DeSantis and then a Christie. I could see, like, I want to see them all be on the debate stage. I think it'd be funny. And then Pence will be there.
Will he be there?
And Christie will be like, he tried to get you killed. And Pence will be like, where's mother?
Pence hasn't
Where are
qualified.
you? Where are
Pence
you?
hasn't qualified for the debate.
Where are you, mother? They'll just throw him in there. They'll just like grandfather.
I know, but isn't that
in.
he's like the reigning vice president of the Republican Party, and he can't even make the debate. Good job.
Well, that's where
Good job, Pence.
we'll see them change the rules to where it takes less to qualify for the debate, especially like on the right over time.
No, it becomes more and more like stringent. Like as it goes on, you have to have more shit.
Well, I mean, because if Trump, let's say he runs and loses, he could still run again, can he?
If he's alive and out of prison, he's old, man, and he has so far 71 felony counts that he's facing, and we're not done counting.
To be continued.
We're not done counting counts.
Yeah.
He's like, 1, 2, 3 slaps.
It's like a to be continued episode of Seventh Heaven. It's just like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? But I mean, so DeSantis, no chance. Stays governor.
No.
Vice president.
He's done.
VP.
What is he gonna do?
VP
Like,
pick.
no. Who would want him around?
I don't know.
He's not likable. Like, well, you wouldn't DeSantis
No, what if
like
he
hanging
just
around the White
remembers?
House?
What if he writes it on his hand and he remembers to be likable?
He's an idiot, bro. Like, I don't want DeSantis anywhere near like me. If I'm anybody, especially if I'm his wife.
Is he worse? Is he worse than Marco Rubio? Is he the worst Florida politician we've ever seen?
Are we counting Trump as a Florida politician now or not?
No, because he claimed New York.
Right. Let's see. I mean, there's Rubio. I mean, their other senator is like the biggest piece of shit ever. He had like the biggest Medicare fraud scandal ever. Remember, he used to be the governor. He looks like a crazy person with bald, like alien. What's his name? Yeah, that guy sucks.
I know who you're talking about, but yeah, they got busted.
Rick Scott.
Yeah, Rick Scott. That's who.
God damn. So like the pool is deep when it comes to Florida politicians being scumbags.
Yeah, but I mean, Ron DeSantis is trying to like rewrite African history. Be like, well, they gained some skills from slavery. That is the wildest stance. They got skills. They learned carpentry and like what?
Mm-hmm.
What? Let me take you to a camp where you're never allowed to leave. Let me make you my slave and treat you horribly and you know your great grandkids will learn how to build shit with rocks. What the fuck? Like, get the fuck out of here. That's such a outlandish take. And it's all supposedly it's small in the history book, but to say that they have to include that they gain skills from being enslaved is so ridiculous.
Do you think it started off like as a
Bizarro world.
like that?
Bizarro.
Yeah, it is bizarre word. Yeah, I don't know. Like I just want to know
Like,
like what that conversation was like to get that in there.
people are
You
like,
know,
oh,
like
the
who's
others.
involved, like, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, there's two sides to slavery. I'm like, no, there's not. It's just some.
You know what I think it is? It's like that they wanted what they I heard somebody arguing is saying like that slaves would come up with their own techniques that would help them do their slave work better. And they wanted to give credit to them for coming up with those techniques. And that's what like somebody was trying to say. And it's like, okay, well,
What?
it yeah. It was like that they like wanted to like
We want to give credit to all
acknowledge, yeah, that the slaves are the
some
ones who
black
came up
man that
with
was
this.
bought at a market came up with
Yeah,
this. No one knows his
yeah,
name, and if he had a name, it
right.
was a Judeo-Christian name that was bestowed upon him against his will. But he came up. You know what? I was so tired of watching my slaves get tired out there picking cotton. Then I came up with the cotton gin to make everything more efficient.
What is that, Eli Whitney?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
Well, I
your
mean,
boy
yeah.
knows.
How do I?
Your boy knows. Hard flex.
One of these days, you might have to pay these guys. I need to come up with a different way to do this.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well,
Terrible.
terrible,
No,
terrible.
that's a really bad take. I mean, I think that there's some things in history where there's like not really like the opposite argument, where it's the same like in the audio recording from South Lake, whenever a couple of years ago, whenever it was they have to teach the opposing side of the Holocaust, and it's like what
Right, right, right.
like that's such a like an like I don't I don't even know what to say to that. Like, there's teachers who are like, "Oh my God," because it's like, there is no, in the history's sake, and in being like a human and not treating other humans in the worst ways possible. There's only one side to that, and if you disagree, like, you right? I mean, to me, I think
Yeah,
there's
I
some,
mean, there's something that factually happened, and
yeah,
so therefore there's not two sides to history, even though everybody will say there is. There's like, and then history is written by the winners. There's truth to that, but I mean, the Holocaust, because as well, the thing with the Holocaust is that there is all these like conspiracy theories about it not ever happening, and so therefore like that especially has to get nipped in the butt. That's deny the Holocaust in Germany, by the way. So
yeah,
you don't like they'll throw your ass in jail if you fucking say shit like that,
yeah. It's
and that's where it happened.
yeah, like it's
So
it's wild. It's wild. That's so wild to me. So that I learned how to be a good stonemason out when I was doing my slaving. What?
yeah, good job, DeSantis.
You know what? You
Again,
treated me. You
and yeah,
treated me
and he
terribly,
just
but hey, thanks for the carpentry skills. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm out. Peace
well,
out.
I think what happened was it's like that he thought like that he got his position in Florida by being like extreme, and that would translate over to a presidential election because everybody was like DeSantis, DeSantis, DeSantis. He's like, let me just keep doing what I'm doing. Let me just double down on being crazy. And it's like, well, that shit doesn't sell, like in any other state, like maybe down in Alabama, but
I
like
think the crazy table is kind of full too. I don't think there's like enough room for Ron DeSantis at the crazy table because you already have
plus Trump
Bobes.
is at the
Yeah,
table. Trump is at the
Bobert.
table.
Yeah, Bobes. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene. You got fucking Matt
Gates.
Gates. Yeah, Matt Gates, Mr. Giggity Giggity. He's on there, and he's in potentially in all. Like, you got old schoolers like fucking
Like Cruz.
Chuck Grassley, Cruz. Yeah, you got some wild motherfuckers out here. Rand Paul. All these, like, the crazy table's deep. I don't know if there's enough room at the crazy table.
No, I mean there's room. I just don't like he's just missing the mark. It's like nobody gives a shit. Like you're that maybe they give a shit about that as governor, but you're the president, bro. Like, you know, like talk about some presidential shit. He's playing small. And then, but
Damn. Goody
so
calling you
and
out,
he's I'm
dude.
telling you,
Goody calling you out,
he's
dude.
I know. And then when they asked him like about Ukraine, he's like, "Oh, that's a regional conflict." It's like, okay, yeah, we're done here, dude. We're
That's regional. Yeah. All right, dude. Goody said it here. All right, article number 2. Elon Musk right to ditch the bird logo. So he's going to X. I normally tweet out whenever we do the show, but it wouldn't even let me tweet it out anymore. It's like disconnected my shit.
I
Dude,
mean, we do talk a lot of shit about him,
it's
so.
well no, I don't, you didn't disconnect my Twitter. It's just on my app I can't my streaming
Yeah.
platform it's like it's just
So is it why is this real? Because like, so what we're saying here is that Twitter, as of today, July 25th, or was it yesterday,
I think it's
that
still in the process of happening.
they've changed the Twitter's name completely to the letter X. And no longer is it tweeting, it's Xing.
Well, I don't think that's real.
I swear to God, it is 100% real. And he said he wasn't going to do it until he got a good logo. Well, they got a logo. It sucks. Looks like a little like Confederate flaggy to me. But I mean, everybody like remember we were talking shit about changing HBO to Max when like everybody like loves HBO.
Yeah.
This is the bigger fuck up. Like he changed the logo. Like everybody knows what the logo looks like the Twitter bird. Like you're changing the logo. Everybody knows what Twitter is around the world. Like brands spend like millions of dollars in decades to try to get like brand recognition, and he just was like, "Fuck it, we're done with Twitter."
So supposedly he used to own the rights to X.com and
Right, that was his original company was X.
he
It's
wanted
called
to he wanted to make PayPal X something. And
Right. Well, no, like like his original company was called X something, and they joined with another company, and they became PayPal.
then SpaceX, this bitch obsessed with
He
X.
named one of his kids X.
Yeah, Aeon Flex or whatever his fucking kid's name is. I don't fucking know.
But
But
seriously, dude, another fuck up.
yeah, I mean he's fucking up again, man. I don't get it. It
The
doesn't make
brand
sense.
equity that he just like destroyed is just like just a
Advertising
unforced
revenue,
error.
advertising revenue has dropped by half. Mr. Musk said this month as big brands pull back, wary of changes that he's made, including how the firm handles verified accounts and moderates content. Abrupt layoffs and unpaid bills have led to bad press and lawsuits. Estimates by Fidelity, which has a stake in the company, suggests it's now worth just a third of the 44 billion that Musk paid for Twitter in October. Consulting Brand Finance recently estimated that the firm's brand was worth 3.9 billion, down 32% from last year, a fall attributed to Musk's aggressive business approaches.
So it's worth 3.9 billion, and he paid 44 billion. Is that right?
Yeah, but I mean, do you think he was just trying to burn it to the ground?
No. I think that he thought his shit don't stink. He's on Twitter all the time. Of course, he could figure it out. Let's just, you know. And then what happened was uh, the value of Twitter was already not worth what he was going to try to buy it for before he even bought it, right?
Yeah.
And so then it was like, remember, like he tried to get out of it, and then he had to go to court. So like, it wasn't like
And he
this,
ended up
like
having to pay what he originally offered for it.
right, but it was like under duress he had to pay, like speaking a gun to the head, like he was forced to buy it, as opposed to like when it originally was talked about, where it was like, oh, I'm gonna buy Twitter and it's gonna be, it's like it was like the opposite of a hostile takeover. They're like, you have to buy this now. you
Yeah, they were
know,
like, "Well, you signed
and that
some paperwork that says that you
yeah,
can't back out, and if you do,
exactly.
you're gonna have to pay for it, and then now you have to pay it, so you've had to pay it." And
Right,
showed
it
up
was
with the
like he was
fucking
like
kitchen
on
sink, like a
yeah, it was like he was on
toolbox.
Maury, and they're like, yeah, you are the father. It was like he didn't want the kid. He like he was like, ah, fuck, like he had to get taken on a talk show, like and like have like paternity test just to like have Twitter. So it already started off on a bad foot. Then he started firing everybody, and then it's just like a been a
Yeah,
clusterfuck ever
no,
since.
it'd be like Mari. But for like the last 3 weeks before he went on Mari, he was like pretending like the kid was his and helping out a bit, and then went there and was like, I don't want this kid.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, it's your kid. Now he's like, fuck, I have to like keep doing what I've been doing. And then because he was talking
Right.
about buying it for forever. Yeah, I think it was. I think he's a moron when it comes to stuff like this. And it's literally him trying to buy a platform, be cool, wanting to own some sort of media platform. Because he's already got outer space. He's already got all this government bucks. So he wants to be
And he
more.
thinks he has the Midas touch where it's like, no matter what, it's going to work
Yeah, he
out.
wants to be way more like a fucking Murdoch than, or, than he does himself.
Right. What social media is hard, turns out. Most fucking social media things fail. And it's a lot different than Tesla and SpaceX. I'm sorry, and PayPal. Like, so the X thing is like now it's going to be this like brand. Did you see what their fucking like quote CEO, but she's not really the CEO, uh Linda Yaccarino tweeted out, and she was like, it was exactly like Succession whenever they're in the very beginning of the last season when they're coming up with I forget like their new business, and they're like, it's like Washington Post meets BuzzFeed meets
Volter.
Snapchat, yeah, like whatever. No, it was like the 100 or whatever they were working on.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
was like yeah, and it was like 18 different things that were like popular. It's like TikTok meets whatever the fuck, the New York Times. That's what like she literally tweeted out today. If you could like I don't know if you could pull it up or not, but like it's insane. She's like, it's gonna be business and finance and journalism. It's like what the you don't know what you're like. You're just
Yeah.
unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this is a much needed rebranding because of the strategic redirection of Twitter, he told the BBC, but success becomes less likely when a company is in turmoil. Marketing professor at Boston University, question from School of Business. She said that especially a risky move given all the social media competitors such as Threads rushing to fill Twitter's voids. The rebranding is likely to confirm the fear of many Twitter users that the acquisition by Musk signaled the end of Twitter as they knew it. And I'll tell you, Twitter is fucking weird now, man. Twitter is fucking wild as shit. There's some goofy shit that goes on Twitter.
Right. So
So many
I
people I've
mean,
never followed, never seen before saying wild stuff. And I'm like,
don't you
what?
think this is the worst time that he could do it? Is like right when Threads came out, because now it's just gonna be like now it's not even Twitter called Twitter anymore. So now all the diehards that were holding on to like the last breath, it's like now that gives them permission to like move on.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna keep using Twitter just to keep it, but now that it's like now I'm just gonna delete it, and I wasn't even gonna make a Threads. Now I'm gonna make a Threads or something
There you go, boom. Like
because
I
I'm
mean,
like,
just
it's not gonna be the same anymore.
well, it's already not the same, right? And the only thing is that it
Yeah,
still was still called Twitter,
yeah,
and now it's not even called Twitter anymore. So it's like it's not the same product. It's not even called the same. It doesn't look the same. It's not but not run by the same people. So it's like why would any of these people who had been on Twitter, for the last like 15 years or whatever it's been, 14 years, still stick on? I don't know. I don't know, bro. It looks like Elon B. I don't know, man. That's hard to lose 44 billion that quick.
yeah. I mean, so what do you think the future of X is? Do you think it just continues to bottom out and fizzles out, or do you think he's able to salvage it in some way?
Uh, I mean, I don't think it's. I think it will be something, because he'll have like the money to like keep it going. But you know, he wants it to be like some super app, and so it's like, dude, you can't even you can't even handle Twitter. How are you gonna make it
Yeah,
like some
we've been waiting
10
on it.
different things?
We've been waiting on a truck for like 3 years, bitch. What you talking about?
Okay, exactly.
And then the
So
the one that they rolled off the assembly line had like crooked doors and shit. Like they weren't even lined up. It was kind of funny.
right, yeah, and maybe that's like because yeah, I don't know, probably completely unrelated, but the problem with Twitter before Elon got there that we always used to make fun of on this podcast was that Jack Dorsey was, also CEO of, at the time it was called Square, but they changed it to now it's called Block.
Yeah.
And he was spending most of his time over there. And we used to make fun of him and be like, that's why Twitter, isn't like, hitting gangbusters like Facebook did, and all the like in Amazon and all like because they always used to compare Twitter was like supposed to be like in like competition with Facebook, Snapchat,
Yeah.
you know, all of that. And it just never was like never got to that market cap. And it was like, well, Jack Dorsey could like, either just leave and have a full-time CEO running it or just be full-time CEO. Maybe they could turn shit around. Well, then Elon took over and it's just like he's got what? He's got SpaceX and then Tesla. And so is he a full-time CEO? And if he is, like maybe that's the fucking problem. Because he's just destroying it like one like piece by piece, like putting a limit on how many tweets and then changing the name and like allowing all these like right wing like crazy people on there and just
I
it's
saw on Twitter episodes today Tucker Carlson and Ice Cube. Tucker Carlson had Ice Cube as a guest today. I didn't watch it. I probably will because it sounds ridiculous. But yeah, Ice Cube and Tucker Carlson live on Twitter.
I wonder what they talk about.
Probably about.
Free plug free Twitter for you Twitter and well is it on Twitter now or is
Well,
it
it's
like
on x.com. And the other day,
X.
xvids.com was trending for a while on Twitter, like all day. It was
And
funny. It's like because
also when they
everything's a
switched,
Twitter video is now an X video,
oh my god.
which is
When
like
they
the
also switched it
largest
to X.com.
porn site in the world.
Well, they switched it to X.com, and then when you would go there, it would just go to a GoDaddy, you know, like whatever, like so, like the website wasn't even up.
Yeah. I heard now it
Which I'd be
redirects you
like,
to redirects you to Twitter.
well, yeah, I figured it would, but it wasn't working for a second.
Stupid.
Yeah, and if you want to compare it to like Facebook changing to Meta, well, they changed the parent company to Meta. They still call Facebook Facebook. They still call Instagram Instagram.
Yeah. All right, last article. 8 search warrants issued in Trump classified documents case. New filings. Prosecutors argued that 7 additional warrants should be kept secret. 8 search warrants and affidavits were filed in connection with the federal case involving former President Trump's handling of classified documents, which resulted in a slew of criminal charges against him. So it seems like there's so much more to all the story. I mean, do they dig up his dead wife's grave? Is there stuff in the grave?
Okay, well, yeah, for those people who don't know, Trump buried his ex-wife like on his Bedminster golf course for tax purposes.
How do you get a tax break for that?
I swear to God, it was for tax purposes. I don't know. I'm not a fucking accountant, but somebody explained it when I first heard it. It's amazing. But people think that like documents are buried there. That's insane. I don't know.
You think?
No, I don't. Why would there be?
Why would there or wouldn't there?
Yeah, well, like if you're gonna bury some documents, wouldn't you bury the ones about like nuclear secrets and not like, I mean, like how much worse could it possibly get?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Some of the documents he's talked about, they haven't recovered. So in the article, when he's like, I have war plans for how we're going to blow up Iran. Look, they're liars. This wins my argument. Like that document, they don't have it. So that document he's waving around in the air, nobody's seen it since that meeting. That's how they're like, dude, you have more shit. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So these search warrants, that have they been executed yet, or these are just issued?
The motions were filed in connection with the ongoing efforts.
So I think what that
Filed a
must be,
motion
that must be
last month.
Bedminster. That
Yeah,
must be to go up to New Jersey.
Well, there's 8 of them. I filed a motion last month with the federal court overseeing the case, requesting permission to disclose the warrants and accompanying documents to the legal team. So the motion was unsealed Tuesday. Prosecutors said they have not publicly displayed the contents, locations. So man, it sounds like they've already done it. We just don't know what they've pulled from these, and that's where there's more information when, as we've had these leaks on like the documents case at least, and we hear more and more all of this stuff, and there's other people confirming, or they're like, yeah, I was in the room and that happened, or I heard that conversation. As this more comes out, I'm sure some of it's from these other Search warrants. So they executed a search warrant on Mar-a-Lago, is what it's saying, and then they executed 8 other search warrants in connection with that that we just haven't known
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought like, they weren't going to give nearly all evidence
They
out on that on the indictment,
they got
So it's like,
they got them literally on video running around practicing for when people came for the documents. Then they have video of them actually doing it, but they
yeah,
caught them in this same video trying to doctor the video. So they were able to like undo whatever the fuck they did to this video to watch the full thing. They were like, but you obviously like cut shit out. Like there's a timestamp on it. It goes from noon to 9 p.m. What happened to all this time? Like they cut shit out. Yeah, I caught tampering with
yeah,
the surveillance video that they subpoenaed of them running fucking fire drills of documents. He's going to
yeah.
prison, man.
I know. Like everybody. I mean, who was I just talking? My brother is just convinced that he's definitely not. You know
There's
what
not.
would suck?
Yeah, there
You know
are
what would
people.
suck though? If you had to be the Secret Service like agents who have to like hang out with him in prison. Like fuck that.
I guess that'd be pretty cush.
What? You have to go to prison every day?
Yeah, you'd have to go to prison every day, but people would like,
What? For years?
but people would leave you the fuck alone. That'd be a cush,
Would they? People are going to be trying the Secret Service every day,
and you'd be
and
no,
and the
because
Secret Service without guns because you can't bring guns into
no,
prison.
I bet guarantee you, Secret Service is allowed to carry a gun
I
in
guess
a
the I
fucking
guess the
prison.
officers do. Yeah,
That
yeah,
guy's
yeah.
there. He's the fucking warden. Whatever Secret Service agents are standing around, any warden would be happy as fuck. Private ran for profit prison or actually
Do you have
state
to eat
funded
prison
prison.
food? You have to eat prison food, or
No,
you
they
like
can bring
over?
your own lunch pail, bro. You can eat whatever the fuck you want. We got Carl's Jr. across the street. Go get you a charbroiled
You're going to
one,
be
dude.
eating it in front of the other prisoners.
Hell yeah. No, they'll run shifts. You'll be able to hang out in the guard station.
God
You'll be just
damn.
telling stories. You'd be flexing on everybody. If you
You'd
were
be
in the,
like, oh my God, I cannot wait to like 2 months from now when I
I'm at,
switch back over to like the Obamas.
dude, that's a dream. That's a dream for a like, I'm in my late 40s and I'm about to retire from being a Secret Service agent. So I'm going to spend the next 4 years like guarding Trump in fucking, I don't know,
How's
Rikers.
that a dream?
Because then you would, because A, no one would fuck with you. I'm talking
Yes,
about
they would.
for that person. If they did, that old man would be like, I still got it. Well, I'm talking about for those people, they would love that. They would love the opportunity. Then they'd walk around and tell wild fucking stories all day. Guards would ask them stories. Prisoners would be like, hey, tell me some.
Secret Service doesn't talk.
They'd be yapping a lot. If you're watching Trump in fucking prison, you're gonna be talking. You're not gonna have a
No,
choice.
head on a swivel, dude. Head on a swivel.
This guy doesn't
Because
even talk.
people are going to be going after Trump. What do you mean they wouldn't fuck with him? Are you kidding me?
You'd be
Trump
in
and Secret Service
solitary.
and prison?
You'd be in solitary confinement.
Dude. Meanwhile, you could be like at Martha's Vineyard hanging out with the Obamas. Like,
But if it's the
also,
last, if it's the last like 2 or 3 years of your active duty before you get to retire and put the gun
yeah,
in,
I'd rather be chilling.
that would be chilling. You'd be chilling in prison, just standing around in like an 8 hour
Why
shift.
would anybody want that?
Because who knows what else you're doing? You could be following fucking, I don't know, Lauren Boebert around.
She doesn't get Secret Service. Are you fucking kidding?
If in this the horrible future she does, she's vice president.
No.
'Cause
Would you hook up with her?
No.
No. But you would fuck that dragon.
She's yeah, for sure. But she's like mountain weird. There's different types of like country weird and mountain weird, and not Appalachian mountain weird. That's like hillbilly, like like that's like a whole different genre. But when you're in the Rocky Mountain weird country people, they're pretty fucking weird, dude. That's not like you go to actual South Park, Colorado, South Park County. You're out there. You're like in like a screensaver, and people are fucking strange. And I'm not trying to say that to be mean, but they're fucking strange out there, man. And look, and I know I'm a black guy, so of course when I'm wandering around the mountains of Colorado, I'm getting strange looks already. But they were strange before I showed up. Like it was apparent when I stepped into the room. there was weird, strange shit going on, and then there was a break, and they were like, "Oh, look, a Negro," and then they got back to whatever weird, strange shit they were doing. But she's from the other side, the wrong side of the mountain. Those people are fucking weird sometimes. I just couldn't. Different type of weird than Wyoming people, because I feel, and when you live in Wyoming, it's so windy. It's like insane, and it get like -10 degrees, and it's 65-mile-an-hour winds, and it's windy all year. So it'll just be like, you're not gonna not be a strange person if you're walking into like a 35-mile-an-hour wind your whole life. Like, if you're like, oh, I grew up in like Gillette, Wyoming, I already know you're just fucking weird, and it's not necessarily your fault. Like, you've just literally been
Oh my God.
walking in a wind tunnel.
Well, why weren't you that compassionate for people who like live in Florida? It's not their fault. They just
no, because if you stay in Florida, that's a choice. Like you
Wyoming,
might not.
It's not.
No,
Wyoming.
I think you're kind of trapped, dude. I mean, it's the winds are so strong. Like, I don't know if planes can like take off. I think you got to fly into Denver.
I think private jets can.
And you drive in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to break the sound barrier, though, man. Like, I mean, it's like, like it's light speed shit. I think if you went in a commercial, like, I think you might go down quick.
Jackson Hole, dude, is like you
got to drive
littered
in
with the rich.
Yeah, you got to drive in.
Well, yep. Fuck you, Colorado mountain people. Fuck you, Wyoming. Fuck you, Florida.
No, dude. If you just stay in Florida, like, if you're staying in Florida, it's like it's totally a choice. If you're staying in Florida,
right? And a lot of transplants, anyways, and so.
But they're like old, oh, we live in the villages. I'm like, yeah, you live in the villages. You got the clap. You drive around.
Got the clap.
You drive around on a golf cart, and like you just like say racist. It's like you have Tourette's, but just yelling out racist shit all the time. That's it.
While contracting STDs like a koala.
Yeah, Jesus. And for some reason you insist on eating eucalyptus leaves, and that is poisonous. You need to stop doing that. You wonder how you got herpes in the first place.
Shit together.
You were fucking around in that tree with those koala bears, and now look at you. Look at you, clapped up.
Look at you. Ron DeSantis is your sugar daddy. You clapped up at the goddamn, what's it called again? The Villages.
Yeah, the Villages, or just Orlando, which is weird. Florida's just dangerous, man. If you choose to hang around in Florida, there's something wrong with you. You have like a death wish. You're one of those people, like.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even talked about hurricanes.
Yeah, we're not even getting like natural disasters and like sharks and jellyfish,
alligators,
and like fucking Miami. There's so many things. I mean, we've lost some good friends to Florida,
A lot of good men. We lost a lot of good men to Florida.
Like Sticky is just like pure Florida. This pure Florida.
Pour one out for him.
Is just like all Florida all the time, man.
Oh my God, is he ever?
It's like avocado toast with impossible meat, like every day, man. I just can't handle it. It's too much.
Dude, he loves it.
Yeah, I know they do. Of course they do. All right, you got anything else, man?
That's it for me. Also, yeah, we'll try to get out the lost episodes that weren't recorded on the audio, but so those are still missing. So sorry that we hadn't dropped audio in 2 weeks, but there was an episode. It's on YouTube. Check it out.
Yeah, we'll drop.
Meditate, bitches.
Yeah, meditate. Yeah, we'll get that episode dropped. Like, follow, subscribe. We appreciate y'all stopping by. Stay out of trouble. Be safe. Be nice to each other. And we are waiting, we're just waiting for this DC indictment to drop. So basically assume the day that happens, we'll probably be back with another episode.
Probably Thursday.
Yeah.
Because the grand jury didn't meet today.
Oh, they didn't? So, yeah, they said if not today, then they meet again Thursday. So, it might be Thursday night. You might be a Trump edition. But, yeah, y'all be good. Stay safe. Stay focused. Stay clean. Go fuck yourself.
Recording stopped.
Later.